FD McKee. I run a 93 RX-7 in X Prepared.
And I'm Teresa Neidel-McKee, run the same RX-7 also in XP.
Yeah, it was like the autocross Romeo and Juliet story. We met on a K-rail in a parking lot, you know, never looked back.
I actually started autocrossing long ago. I grew up in a car club and started autocrossing when I was 18.
When we first started co-driving together is when I learned how it is to be fully aggressive in autocross. So we were co-driving my car at the time, and I remember it was kind of jaw-dropping watching what she could get away with behind the wheel. It was kind of a step forward for me just to see what you could do. This car originally was built for the HD Prepared category back in the early 90s. When we bought it, the class that it competed in, the rules had changed over the years, so it wasn't quite as competitive, I think, as it used to be, and some newer cars had come into the scene. So we elected at that time to take it to a new category. It's called Street Modified at the time, which let us do some of the things to fix the car and make it more competitive again, and kind of never looked back. We ran it in Street Mod for about 7 years, and then the past 10 plus have been in X Prepared. First run, when you haven't hit the course yet, I'm very focused on going through my head what was important to me on my course walks, what were the key points on the course that I want to hit. And then subsequent runs, when you're pulling to the line, you're trying to think about, well, what is a couple things I can fix?
Sometimes you can really focus on your runs and know what to do and go out there and just kind of perform. And other times I find my mind is a bit more scattered and I'm thinking about different things. And I think this was a good example the last 2 days that I think my mind was just, you know, somewhere else, and you're not really focused on the actual course and what you're doing. So I think it kind of drifts my mind off a little bit.
Yeah, I think really autocross is a mental focus game. You really have to put everything else out of your head and focus on what's in front of you. From a competitive aspect, we've transitioned over the years to more prepared cars. There's a lot more variables to think about while you're driving, let alone just from the pace of the car, and then the things that you want to adjust and maybe tweak to make it better. I think if anything, I've learned that you know, it's a never-ending process. It's never going to be perfect, so don't expect it to be. You're just trying to get as close to that as you can at each event and hope that you perform close to your best.
Really, to me, it's more about the community and the people and what that means to me, right, and how that's developed me as a person. Besides racing, it's just it's a village out here, right? It's like, it's all family. I think we have that locally with our group. You know, we have that nationally with people that we run into a couple times a year, that it's just kind of a big community. And I think, you know, I've learned to kind of rely on that as a big piece of my life.